Yes, we're back. We're back again in Tourist Bus. We're back again on the lovely island of Fuerteventura. And we're back again in the W906, which is now being released. Yes, finally released for Tourist Bus. Hello, Pineapple and TFK. Yes, finally released as I stream this / record this for Tourist Bus. Not yet released for Fernbus. So thought I'd have a drive around the island. I've got a job lined up, so let's jump off my cliff and go down and have a look at it. Still no Sims and Stuff repaint available for it, but we'll get that on as soon as we can. This is basically where we left it parked last time. High Black Shadow, looking rather dirty, but I still think that this is my second favourite vehicle over all the ones that we've had for Tourist Bus and Fernbus. It's that good. The Scania Touring is number one for me because of the way it sounds and looks. This is, thank you Ben, this is number two for me. W906 looks like it's in the ground. Yeah, it's a bit muddy, which is where we left it last time. We did go a bit off-roading. So I've already got a job lined up, but let's have a look inside it if you haven't seen it already. We'll open the door. So we have got a step here that we can, if I get in the right place, if I can get in the right place. We've got a ramp rather. So there we go. So we've got a ramp for wheelchair access. Now whether that gives hints to something that's coming would be quite nice to be able to take passengers that need wheelchair access or pram access. So yeah, does that hint towards things that are going to come? I don't know. There we go. Let's close it up again. So yeah, afternoon Sam and Johnny. So yeah, inside looking rather dirty, but it's quite a few seats. It's actually a lot bigger than certainly the BB40. It doesn't hold that many less people than the little VDL 106. So let's climb up into the cab. And really cheap as well. I will link it. I will link it in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. But it's actually very, very well priced for the quality of it, and I think it sounds great. So activate our destination display. So the same as we do in all others. Trip around the world. Oh, the island. Yeah, not trip around the world. It might take a while. So number 7 takes us to our control. So Wi-Fi on, driver's light we can turn on or off, passenger lights on or off, so on, and that's it. Play announcement not for Tourist Bus. Window shade up and down, which we can do slightly noisily, and we can open the driver's window. And close it. Obviously automatic gearbox. There's the radio should you happen to wish to use that. I obviously can't because of music rights. It's hard for Steve to leave the bus from the driver's seat. So yes, let's back it up then. Oh, wrong way. No, that's neutral. There we go. Release the handbrake. And make our way to the airport where this journey starts from. I just think this thing sounds awesome. It obviously drives really, really well. And if you don't get many passengers in Tourist Bus, then the ideal vehicle really. Actually, I want to stop and show you something that I don't know if you're aware of if you play Tourist Bus or Fernbus now. Let me go to the settings and go to audio. You can now, obviously you've got master volume, music volume, voice up and down effects. You can now go to this effects section and you can tweak the sounds from the vehicle. So you can bring the engine noise down, the driving noise down, the air conditioning noise up or down, the indicators, warning signals, retarder, the ABS, bring the noise of the traffic down, bring the noise of the announcer up and down. So you can tweak all of that individually, which is great, because sometimes some of these things, like for me, I like the sound of the indicators, but don't necessarily like the sound of the air conditioning fan. So you can do that not just for this vehicle, but for all of them as well. And obviously bring your ambient noise up, and for me, the radio down. So that just fine tunes the audio that you're getting. And yeah, no announcer in Taurus Bus yet. So yes, do really like that. So let's make our way to the airport. I would like to be able to turn off that sat-nav display, because having the map and the sat-nav over the top of each other are a bit loud. But I like having the loud indicators. Right, don't really want to hit the Volkswagen. Oh, he's stopping. Oh, there we go. Doggy walking time. Yeah, cheers, Sam. Yeah, so there is the fact that obviously you've got the map on the dash, but I've also got a little pop-out map here. So one where I'm sat like this, one overlays the other, so it looks like it's duplicate maps. In Fernbus, I always turn that off, so I only have the one in game rather than the one in the coach. But here, there's no way of turning that secondary display off. Hopefully, that's something that will come. But yeah, the vehicle itself is brilliant. So I will be bringing it to you in Fernbus as soon as I'm able. It's not quite yet available for Fernbus, but as soon as I'm able to bring it to you, I'm waiting for confirmation as to whether I can bring it to you for this Friday's Fernbus video, but we will see. Obviously, if you're watching this on Saturday, it may or may not have already been out in this Friday's Fernbus video. That's confusing. There might be actually, that's not a bad shout, Dylan. It may well be. I'll have a look when I stop and let the passengers on, that I can map a button to it rather than have a physical button. I never thought of that. So we've got to go into the bus park, because it is annoying when you've got one overlaying the other. We've got to go down here. Afternoon, Steve. Apologies if my message on Discord was written. No, not a problem at all. Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. Don't worry about it. Right. So let's let our victims on board. I like the sound of the handbrake as well. Alright, so they're going to get on board once the door's opened. Hopefully. There we go. I just love the fact that they walk onto the coach. Loy Ralvin, good afternoon. Right, let's have a look at the settings then. Controls. Obviously slightly broken for this as well. Smartphone, HUD, edit mode, that's the HUD. Navi zoom, switch radio channel, photo mode. Let's have a look at the vehicle. Interactive vehicle, toggle warning lights, reset vehicle, stop brake, zoom, gear up, retarder, air conditioning, switch light up, window shades, Wi-Fi clearance, cameras, toggle destination display. No, it doesn't like you can. Can they sit in the window seats? You like the door, it's like a tiny solo one. Trust you. Let's have a look and see if they can. Well, they are all sat in the window seat on the on the left. There's no one sat on the right. But I think I'd be wanting to sit there, because you get a seat to yourself, if that was the case. Right, so let's... oh, wrong way. No. Make our way to our next stop. So this is a medium trip, so it's going to take a little while. They're all a bit antisocial. Well, no, wouldn't you want to sit on your own? You wouldn't want to sit on the double seats, because if you sat by the window, you'll get some strange person, you know, like Pineapple, sitting next to you. Yeah, social distancing in the bus. Although you're quite close to the person in front, aren't you? So that's a thing. You like the front seat as you get travel sick on coaches. A coach is just a bus that's slightly higher and with slightly better seats. You definitely are a weird one, Pineapple. Right, let's follow the nav then to our next stop. Obviously, we're going to end up back here, being that it's a trip. So, which is quite handy. Oh, that's the roundabout. Yeah, I like sitting at the front of a coach, but also like sitting at the back. Right, so follow it then. So sort of heading to the south of the island. What a surprise. Same place we ever go. If you're watching this on YouTube then, I forgot to say at the beginning, welcome indeed. Tourist Bus goes out on the channel every other Saturday currently, because we are running out of things to do. But its sister game, Firm Bus, goes out every single Friday. Something from OMSI on a Monday, something from Trains on a Wednesday. The opposite Saturday to Tourist Bus is Flight. During these current times that we're in, I am putting out additional content. So on a Tuesday, we have Twitch Tuesday, a chance to see a Twitch stream that wouldn't necessarily normally appear on the channel. On a Thursday is Throwback Thursday, so look at an old game I haven't played in a while. And a Sunday will either be Random Sunday or will be Second Chance Sunday. So a second video from either Tourist Bus, Firm Bus, Train Sim or OMSI will go out on a Sunday. So plenty of content from me. Do hit subscribe if you haven't done already. Yeah, it is quite nice. It's like the old thing to do was sit upstairs on a double-decker bus when I was younger, right above the driver, and you could pretend you were driving it. Why don't you do Train Sim Tuesday? I used to, but when this is all over and I go back to having a job, hopefully, then my normal content will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then every other Saturday, and something possibly on a Sunday. But because at the moment I've got the time to be able to put the content out, I'm trying to keep Trains where they are, OMSI where it is, Firm Bus where it is. People just get confused. The only one most people know, I suppose, is Firm Bus Friday. I did think about calling it Whaleway Wednesday, but you know, that's just a bit odd. Yeah, they did. The older ones, when I was a kid, that the driver had like a periscope he looked up, so you could look down. Right, so go round to our second stop at Coletta de Fus. Yeah, so if you've been toying with buying a DLC for Tourist Bus, I can highly recommend it. Don't forget, if you've got both games, when this does become available for Firm Bus, you will get it in Firm Bus as well. So it's just currently not available yet. So you're getting coach for both games if you've got both games. I love the handbrake. Alright, so more victims, passengers get on. You don't even ever been on a double-decker bus? Oh, it's awesome. Okay, we should have brought a bigger bus. This is going to be quite full, I think. And they're not sitting in the window seat. I wonder if they will when it fills up. They're all sitting in the... Oh, no, they are. Yeah, if I go back in. Yeah, see, there you go. It's filling up, using both seats now. Yeah, come to London, it's full of double deckers. Yeah, we were due to do a meet up in London this year. That's obviously not a thing anymore. Right, follow nav then, on to the next stop. If I get it for £6 on Tourist Bus, will I get it in Firm Bus for its release? Yes. Same with any DLC. The brilliant thing, and you know, huge hats off to TML for doing this. You don't have to buy the DLC twice. So, if for example you've bought all the DLC, you've got all the coaches in Tourist Bus, and then you go and buy Firm Bus, you'll get all your coaches. All the DLC that you bought for Tourist Bus, you'll then get in Firm Bus. So you'll, and the other way around, obviously. So you've only got to buy them once, and that'll be the same with the bus. Those DLC that will be compatible with the bus when the bus comes out. If it's the same, like this and some of the other coaches, then you'll get those as well. And you know, TML could have said, right, you know, you want it in Firm Bus, you buy it in Firm Bus. You want it in Tourist Bus, you buy it in Tourist Bus. But they've looked after the gamers and gone, well, why should we do that? Which is fantastic. So yes, you only need to buy it once. If you try and buy it again, it will say you already own it, so it won't let you anyway. So on to the next destination. This thing, as we found out when we did the pre-release trip, is pretty quick. Yes, well, if they're going to be available. Haven't had confirmation yet that all the coaches that we've had so far are going to work with the bus. Again, I was due to be out to TML this week, actually. Tomorrow, in fact, was the day I was due to be at TML. Obviously, with the current situation, I can't do that. But I'm hoping to go out there in September. So I'll be able to find out some more information on the bus when I go out there. And obviously you'll be able to share that information with you once I'm able to. But yeah, this thing is brilliant, absolutely perfect for Tourist Bus. Talk to them via Discord. I do have regular communication with them, but it's hard to talk to them on that sort of subject, because when I go out there, you know, they'll show me things that I won't be able to show. Same as currently, I know information that I'm not able to share, and it'll be the same when I go out there. But it'd be good to me to finally meet the people that I've been dealing with for the last few years, and to see how they operate. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll try and do like a travel vlog when I go out there as well. It's quite speedy. Oh, when we get a straight bit of road, you'll see how quick it is. The BB40, when we did it over Christmas, I think it was, wasn't it? When we did the visiting every capital city in Firm Bus, thought that was the fastest coach in Firm Bus. This is. Get this thing on one of the motorways in Firm Bus, and wow. It's hold on to your hats. So hopefully as soon as I can show you it in Firm Bus, I will. Sounds like you're an undercover police officer. I know information which I can't reveal. Yes, the joys of NDAs. Right, straight bit of road. That's 120. That's 130. That's 140. So yes, there we go. Yeah, cheers, Your Majesty. Hope you feel better when you wake up. You can reduce the sound as well of that, the braking system, if you don't like that skiddy noise. So you can turn that down in the settings I showed you earlier. So yeah, if you're a speedy driver like Pineapple, and you like going everywhere flat out, this thing's perfect. Because other stuff in Fernbus is obviously restricted to 100 kilometers an hour. That's the same corner I was crashed into last time. It is. No, I wasn't watching a lovely driving last night. I was playing all sorts of random games last night. Good afternoon, Syntac. So straight on into Grand Tarajal. 5-speed auto up to 155 kilometers an hour. Yeah. If Steve had kept going, the bus becomes a plane. You'll be singing I Believe I Can Fly. Yeah, I only sing at traffic lights. You all know that. Oh, that's a corner. I even think it sounds really nice. It's got a low down sort of noise to it. Or one of the competitors' coaches over there is going to let his tyres down. I do like that handbrake noise. Well, thankfully someone's getting off because we're going to run out of capacity soon if they don't. Who called Pineapple Sir up on Discord? I don't know, his name changes daily. Right, so they're getting on, or where are they wandering off to? They're just wandering around in general. Is anyone actually going to get on? Where are they going? Are they going down there, then turning to come on? Yes, they are. Right, okay, so they're going down there. And then they're getting on. Oh, you watch my wing mirror. Yeah, it's definitely getting busy in there. Right, close the door. And on to the next one. So yeah, if you've got, you know, the money to... Oh, that's a corner. To spare, and you want a really, really good vehicle for tourist bus. And I think this is perfectly suited for tourist bus. The little VDL 106 was my favourite for the island. But this is fantastic. Is this bus on Fernbus 2? Not yet. It will be, but not currently released yet. When I'm able to bring it to you, hopefully before it's released, same as I did with this, I will do. And then we'll hear the announcer saying that there's toilets on board and stuff. We provide a little plastic bottle. Passengers just bumped into the bus and got their clothes dirty. That's right, they cleaned the bus. Which would you, now I get this question all the time. What would you say is better, tourist bus or Fernbus? It completely depends on the sort of driving you want to do. If you like long drives, and I mean really long drives, then Fernbus. Wow, thanks Syntac. And then consequently thanks Creator. Oh, it's Paul. Keep changing your name. So yes, if you like long drives, Fernbus is brilliant. Hopefully there'll be the economy system coming to Fernbus eventually, and that'll just open up the whole game even more. But for the variety of roads, then this is... oh god, these aren't all going to get on here, surely. You get bored if your name's the same every month. It confuses the heck out of me. So yeah, for the variety of roads, tourist bus is brilliant. But for the longer journeys that you can do, which some of them are on a lot of motorways, then Fernbus is really good. Of the two, I prefer Fernbus. But I do like jumping on this, which is why this is staying on the channel, albeit fortnightly, because I love driving these roads. Well, thankfully some people got off, because I think we're pretty much at capacity. Okay, thanks again, Paul, and now Trent, for subscribing. Awesome stuff. If you do subscribe, by the way, the subs have got their own room in Discord, so subscriber-only room on the Discord server, where I'm going to be creating some subscriber-only content, which I'm going to start working on next week. Either it'll be that you'll get to see videos first before anybody else being a subscriber, so I'll put a link in the Discord, or I'll create content that only you see. So we're going to start working on that next week. But thank you everybody for subscribing, it's awesome. The passengers becoming Bus Sim 18. Well, again, they will eventually walk onto the coaches as well in Fernbus. They used to, before TML changed the game engine, but they will again. And that just adds a whole other dimension to the game as well, when the passengers enter and exit the vehicles. You know, this was pretty much a test bed. This and the football DLC in Fernbus were testing the waters to see about an economy system, to see about having to empty the toilets, which you do in the football sim, which I quite like the fact that you've got to do, and buy food and stuff. And then the economy system in this was just a test to some of the stuff that's going to be coming in the bus, and some of the stuff that will hopefully eventually make it to Fernbus as well. Did I download the bus driver game after playing Metro Sim? It was waiting for an update, but last night what we did in the server, I will plan on doing again, because that was fantastic. I spent 4 hours in the Discord server last night, just chatting to everybody and playing some random games from my Steam library. What happens if you close the door when the passengers are boarding? They don't get on. If you saw my video where the AI crashed into me a few weeks ago, not all the passengers managed to board because the coach moved. Consequently then, they wouldn't get on, and when I completed the journey, it said left passengers behind. You'd like to have passengers speak French in France. Well, again, it's a they do speak various languages. You get French passengers, English passengers, German passengers in Fernbus. Right, next stop. Simherb, I'm doing really good, thank you very much. Hope everyone's okay. Hope you're enjoying these lunchtime streams as well. It's something I want to try and fit in more of. If I've got the capacity some days, I want to try and do 2 streams a day. Currently streaming every single day for the duration of this episode that we're going through. It'll either be evenings or lunchtimes, but where I can, I want to try and squeeze 2 streams in. If never an English passenger in Fernbus. Well, they sound very English. So keep your eye on, if you're watching this on YouTube, keep your eye on the Twitch channel, because I will be there every day live. So yes, we've got repates currently for all the coaches in Tourist Bus and Fernbus available on Steam. At some time in the future, hopefully we'll have the one for the W906 as well. So you can drive in the Sims and Stuff livery. Yes, I was hoping to bring you Dusseldorf, but I haven't got it yet. So I'll do that in the next available slot that I can. Hopefully sometime over the next couple of days I will bring you Dusseldorf, but thought I'd do some Tourist Bus, as this has just been released today as well. Alex, good afternoon. So I thought I'd do this instead. Oh, that's the wrong side of the road. Alright, so on to our next stop. Yeah, there's plenty of content that I'm going to be doing later on today. If you're watching this live, we've got a normal Wednesday night flight stream. And then tomorrow night is going to be more flight, but in jets. Possibly something tomorrow afternoon, a bit of a multiplayer fun stream tomorrow afternoon. And then Friday night is going to be a normal trucking stream. But then if I've got Dusseldorf by Friday, then I might be able to try and squeeze that in at some point Friday. But Friday afternoon, we are going to be doing some construction sim, which is I streamed it the other day on console. We're going to be doing the PC version in multiplayer. So what can possibly go wrong with that? That's going to be Friday afternoon. Saturday evening will then be some Wreckfest. And then Sunday afternoon will be some flying. Why don't you do the announcements? I don't know, it doesn't feel right in tourist bus. Sometimes if I'm doing like a shuttle service, I will. But doing this long trip, it doesn't feel right to doing my announcement thing and showing the next to king cards. I don't know, because I'd be doing it too often because there's so many stops in this. I am looking at getting a MIDI controller, which I can then connect up to my audio mixer, and I want to record my my spiel, basically, my announcement, and be able to just press a button and have it play rather than me do it. So then I could record something for Tourist Bus and have it do it every time. Trying to get all professional and all that. I know it's not right. I didn't open the door, did I? Let's try opening the door. I wonder where they're stepping up to get off. We could have multiple announcement versions. Well, I could get one of the fluent German speakers in the Discord to do a German version for me. And I could do like the official Fernbus one. I could do an English version and German version of my next of kin card speech. And I want to get some funny little what do you call it? Sound effects as well. So I'll try and get that sorted in the next week. Right, on to the next stop. Sims and Stuff Island Transit. Well, the company's called Sims and Stuff Island Travel. So when we do get the skin, if you look back at my old content, all the coaches we've got have got the Sims and Stuff Island Travel skin on them. I could use Google Translate. Yeah, but it's nice to have someone with a German accent. So I might ask on Discord. We have got a couple of, well, we've got an Austrian in the Discord, but I may see if we got a German. Or I might be cheeky and see if TML would record it for me and send it to me, because they're German. So watch this space. It'd be awesome if I could get the original guy to do me an announcement. Wouldn't that be fantastic? The guy that does the one in Fernbus. It'd be great if I could get him to do me an announcement. You can speak a bit of French. You can barely speak English, but only know the OMSI Express map announcement. Who'll be flying with tonight? Roxy, me, Chris, Pineapple tonight so far. You'd have to ask Flixbus. Well, I can ask TML to then ask Flixbus. Well, they haven't got to mention Flixbus because this isn't associated with Flixbus, so I can just get them to do me a tourist bus one. I'll see what I can do. We haven't got to the bottom of the island yet, so we've got to get to the bottom of the island, and then we've got to go back to all the stops where we've just been to. So La Parade is next. Then I'm guessing we've got to go down the twisty road to Esquinzo after probably Costa Calma. And then we've got all the places we've just been. We've then got to turn around and go back to them again. So this trip finishes back at the airport. Are Flixbus sponsoring Fernbus? Yes. Well, it's done in partnership with Flixbus, which is why they're allowed to use the official repaints. I wonder if BVG will sponsor the bus as they are the Germany people. I don't know. They might have some sponsorship lined up. Again, when I go out there in September, hopefully I'll find out some more information. It may be that the bus might not even be released this year, because the TML team are having to all work from home. It depends on how efficient they can be working separately. Where did all my passengers go? Did they all get off? Well, Flixbus made TML remove the Flixbus skins from the Intercity and a BB40 as they don't use them. Yes. That's why you can't get the skin on, and the Type C, isn't it? The Man Lions coach. And hi, Len. Right, some more victims on. So I don't know if the release version of this for Fernbus will be able to use the Flixbus skin. Obviously, I've seen it and used it in the Flixbus skin, but I don't know if the release. That's open the door again. I don't know if the release version will. I think it might be part of the hold-up. But we'll see. So as soon as I can bring you it in Fernbus, I will. My voice seems quiet. Really? It shouldn't do. Seems fine to me. I can turn myself up slightly. How's that? Yeah, it seems okay to Larwood. I can turn myself back down again then. Right, so onwards to the next stop. Yeah, cheers, Trent. So yeah, we've got a few fun streams planned. Stop complaining about his voice. I was enjoying the piece. Oh, just to mute myself, Pineapple. Would that make it better? Pineapple? Chaos. Would that be better for you? So we've got Costa Calma coming up, and then we'll have to go down the twisty road to Esquinzo. Are you and Chaos similar? Well, you're both a bit odd. Alright, around here. It turns better than some of the coaches. How dare you? Yes, it's going to be a Squinzo next, isn't it? So if we're doing all the places off of the dual carriageway. Not many AI about today. I'm not odd. There you call someone odd is more odd than them. I'm not saying I'm not odd. I'm just saying you are. Don't need the shortcut for this one. No. Is this bus out yet? Yes. Released for Tourist Bus today, which is why I'm doing the stream. And it's paid DLC, so you've got to buy it. Chaos doesn't kick things and he can spell. That's a good point, actually. There's a lockdown, Steve, hence there's no AI. Ah, that's what it is. They're all staying indoors. Well, where are these people going that I've got on? They're going to supermarkets and stuff. Or they key workers. Could be that I'm transporting key workers around then. And you're not Ginger. That's a good point. You don't kick anymore. You said last night you were. Yeah, they go off and whack their head on the top of the door. Is that it? One passenger. I came all this way for one passenger. Yeah, you said you did. So we get all these stops we've just done. We've got to come back and do again on the way back up. So we'll end at the we'll end at the airport like we started. Phil, thanks very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Ooh. You were always in the loo. You spent more time in the loo than you weren't. Right, back on the dual carriageway. So this has got to be Squinzo next then. No, La Parede is next. Are we going back up now? Was that the end? Oh, we didn't get to a Squinzo. So it's only down as far as La Parede. So back to here then. We make our way back up to the airport. You do it in a Skyliner, blimey. I've done it in the 143. You just crash into everything. There's definitely no AI. They are all isolating, aren't they? They're all staying indoors. They're doing what they should. Right, it's got to go round the block. Come back up to the stop that's there. Oh, the shortcut is easier. Definitely the shortcut's a lot easier. And stop. Will a tourist bus driver be a key worker? Well, there are some of these that are actually bus routes, aren't they? So if people are living in these villages and working at the hospital or for electric companies and essential places, then they've got to get there, which is why buses are running in your town to get the key workers to work. Exactly. Don't go out unless for groceries or exercise. But I try and combine the two. Go for a walk, get shopping, and walk back. I've forgotten what it's like to drive my car. You still can't spell exercise, can you? You're a key worker, hence working. You're working from home. So, yes, you are, but luckily you haven't got to travel, have you? By a treadmill. No, you're allowed to go outside for exercise. So I had an hour's walk this morning and got shopping on the way. Your bus service has been reduced again as they made a mistake with the solos in the area. Well, yeah, everyone's got to get fresh air. If you're lucky enough to have a garden, then at least try and go out into your garden every day, get some fresh air, bit of sunshine. Because I reckon we got at least another 3 months of this in the UK. Can we see the back of the bus? You can when we stop. So back up to La Lajita. quite going to hit our top speed. For you it might be afternoon, but I pulled an all-nighter to watch your stream this morning. Oh, blimey. That's devotion. Or madness. It's one of those. Probably madness. Well, I'll be streaming again in 6 hours. And I haven't finished this one yet. Right, round the block again. Anyone who watches these streams are mad. Well, thank you for that, Chris. That's much appreciated. We have got hopefully some more fun stuff coming up. Going to be having a bash at Drawful tomorrow afternoon if we can get enough people. That was a noise. Where am I going? Oh, I just missed my stop. Nice looking sim, but damn, the FPS is hard. Oh yeah, you need a half decent... I did miss my stop. I'll go around the block again. You need a half decent PC to run this. Might be able to make tonight, as we have gasworks outside. And might end up going for a walk when they're lifted. Excuses, Pineapple. Right, tomorrow evening then, Pineapple. No excuses. Jets. JFK to Atlanta. I discovered a restaurant. I did. It's called me Gordon Ramsay. Right. So people coming off, people getting on. They come and they go. Hopefully more go than come, because there isn't that much room in the back of here. Oh, the back of the bus. There you go. They're all still sitting in that aisle seat until other people get on, and then the other people getting on sit in the window seat. But I want to sit in the window seat. I wouldn't want to sit in the aisle one. Is this game poorly optimized? No. It's actually getting a lot better. But because it's running on the Unreal Engine and with a lot of textures, it does take a half decent PC to run it well. Same with Fernbus. Right, it's got to make our way back up now, with some slight off-roading towards the airport. It's a great, and I'm really impressed with the low price as well. It's really worth it. So if you've got tourist bus and you're looking for a decent vehicle for it, this is ideally suited for the mountains. I see a ship in the harbour. My dust ain't going to do the thing any good, is it? Need a clean. I can say Fernbus is improving. I run on a laptop and I'm slowly seeing better performance. Yeah, every little tweak, everything they're doing is improving it. Don't forget, I've been following Fernbus and putting weekly Fernbus videos out since it first launched. So 3 years now. And it is getting better and better with every update. Yeah, when it first came out, it was unplayable. W906 or the BB40 best choice. This. You know, if you can't afford it for whatever reason, then yeah, the BB40 is great. It's a little minibus, but if you can afford the small amount this costs, this definitely. As I said, don't forget, if you buy it for tourist bus, where it's currently only available, when it does release for Fernbus, you'll get it in Fernbus as well. And I need fuel. My fuel light's just come on. I like the handbrake. May invest in the W906. My fleet consists of the Manline City, I'm guessing that's Skyliner, and BB40. So the only DLC you've got is the Skyliner then so far. Yeah, Scania Touring for me still my favourite, but this is number 2. I'm not a huge fan of the Skyliner. It's too big for tourist bus, I think. You wouldn't get them on the island. For firm bus, they're great, but I don't like the restricted view. Even this, you've got a brilliant view up. Yeah, 519's nice. There's no gas station nearby. We'll be fine. My fleet is 6 Scanias, 5 Intercities, 1 Lines coach and 2 BB40s. The W906 we're making it in soon. Awesome. Yeah, eyes on the road. You've seen some big double-decker coaches on the islands and in Spain. When I was in Fuerteventura, I didn't see anything double-decker. Plenty of single-decker coaches. You like the VDLs. The VDL 106 is awesome. That is, if you had to have one coach for tourist bus, it would be the 106 for me. But obviously this class is a minibus, not a coach. And last year you got the Urbino. When they're adding the S531. There is more stuff in the pipeline. And Rip, thank you very much for the host.
Oh,
and the follow. Open the door. Stop in the middle of nowhere. Where are you coming from to be out here? Where are you going to be out here? Okay, where are all these people going? Why are they all getting off in the middle of nowhere? Okay, well, they've all got back on again. Animal Sanctuary, something out here. They want to get on your bus. No, no one wants to get on your bus, Pineapple. Toilet stop. Yeah, but I've driven off. Well, there's no toilet on the bus. Yeah, more coaches and other content coming soon. There is indeed. And when I can bring you information, I shall. So make our way back to Gran Tarajal. I haven't looked at the stats today actually for the bus company. See who's driven this morning. You have to chuck the bucket out and get back on, yeah. Two hours to install OMSI. Flipping heck. Which am I going straight on? Bye, I get a taxi, I'm not coming back. Indeed, one-way trip. How is your OMSI 91 gig? It was running slowly. I think he's going to invest in an SSD at some point. Oh, braking. Oh, skidding braking. Are you getting on here? A bit of building site going on. Oh, people getting off. Thank you for travelling. Please come again. Don't all get off. Don't leave me. It could be the amount of mods that Pineapple's probably got installed. If they're not optimised, then it's going to slow the install down. I would, Pineapple, not put any mods on. Run OMSI stock and see how long it takes to start up. But I run mine on SSD now, and it's really quick. Right, will we make it back with fuel? Because that fuel gauge is looking very low. Fuel light is on. Yeah, just to try it, just to see how it starts up without any mods, and then only put the mods on you absolutely need. It's okay. So yeah, I don't get any problems with Yorkshire. Slightly the wrong side of the road, but this thing just powers through the hills. Oh, it's that straight bit of road. So here's the garage up on the right, and if anyone's seen it, I'll drive down to it actually. So this is the garage you buy if you need more storage space, but I've never had to be here. Again, one of the things I'd love to see in both this and in Fernbus is all your vehicles parked up. So you could see all your vehicles. You just walk out and get in the one you want. That would be brilliant. So if you've got capacity for however many coaches here, it would be great to be able to just drive up, and listen to look inside. So let's leave my passengers here. I'm just popping outside for a minute. Back in a moment, passengers. So yes, there we go. So it's empty. So although we've got space to be able to store vehicles, and it says, you know, I've got every coach in the game, they're not here. So I personally, I just can't see the point of walking through a door, of having these warehouses here if you don't actually see the vehicles in them. Look for a door again. So you've got this huge warehouse that you can park all your vehicles in, and you don't see them. So yeah, plus the bus just spawns outside the office, so there's no reason to ever actually come here. But wouldn't it be great if this was actually a parking area and you saw all your coaches lined up? So you had capacity for, I don't know, 20 here. If you have more than that, you buy another yard somewhere else. And you can just drive to here and walk up to it, get in it and start that one. Whether that will come, who knows? But it will be pretty cool. So let's shut our door then. And make our way back out again. So slight detour there for our passengers. Yeah, the apartment, I've never seen the point of the apartment. I know some people say you've got to have them to employ certain drivers. But to have to furnish it, again, it was ideas they put into this game that this, you know, wasn't even a platform they were going to release. They had the map ready for another project. So they put it out in a bit of a hurry. So things like that I think were already embedded into it. But I bought the apartment like most people, as you have to do in the initial setup of the game. I've never been back. There's no reason to go back. So yeah, things like that, and I have to buy furniture for it and stuff. Yeah. So there you go. This thing's pretty quick. Oh yeah, the company aspect's great, and as I said, hopefully that will come soon to Fernbus, because being able to manage drivers and manage routes and actually set up a proper coach company in Fernbus. Now the map's getting bigger. Obviously you've got Austria, Switzerland, Germany, France, Luxembourg, and soon to come Belgium and Holland. That's a hell of a map. There's a lot of scope there for Fernbus. I think Fernbus is going to continue to grow as far as map, as far as the things that we can do in it. So I am looking forward to the future of Fernbus. This, I think, has run its course. You know, I've heard nothing about anything else being done to this. So it looks like this is just going to be a one-off. This is the island, this is the game, and that's it. With the bus coming at some point. Again, whether it's going to be this year, with the current situation basically putting a halt on everything for 3 to 6 months, who knows when the bus will come out. And yes, Belgium and Holland are the next maps they're working on. Don't know when they're going to be released. Slow down, this ain't Forza. No, it's true. So yes, there are more maps coming. So if you're looking for a sim to get into, this, fantastic. Love it for the variety of roads, the variety of driving, the company aspect. You've got to employ drivers, you've got to fix your coaches, you can paint them, you've got to refuel them, which I need. You've got to buy food and supplies. You've got to, when you do a new route, you've got to drive it for the first time, and then you can let other people drive it. You've got to plan their schedules. There's a lot to do other than just driving the routes themselves. It's, you know, a management sim as well. They haven't confirmed Spain yet, but I've got a feeling that will be coming. I ran out of fuel. I'm going to put it neutral tonight. There we go. Would you say it's a hard thing to implement into a game, Steve? Yes, the aspect of the company and the management side of it, it's not easy. No offense to OMSI people, but the bus will be the new multiplayer bus sim. Yes. Again, when I go out to see TML in September, I will try and find out more information on the bus. Yes, PvP is involved in in both games, Bus Company and this. Alright, let him off, let him on. After he'd been slightly refueled. You're looking forward to Yorkshire, Lotus. Yeah, that's going to be a long time in development. Years, I think. Alright. Next stop. Jaffa, good is it afternoon? Yeah, good afternoon. We're not going to be done anytime soon. Exactly. Yeah, it did show one of the buses in a dev's diary, but that was a long time ago. We've heard nothing for a while. I know they're working on it, but they're also working on the next stuff for Fernbus. Yeah, but I wouldn't expect it for the next 12 months or more, Pineapple. Not to be playable anyway, because it's one guy. You know, TML have only got a small team. You're driving like a Spanish taxi driver. Hold on to your seats. Yeah, indeed. Isn't the bus for the bus going to be the Scania? Yeah, the release bus will be. Don't forget, as we said earlier, all the DLC will be available. Well, all the DLC that will work with the bus will be available in the bus. Oh, that's a road. So it's like it's back to the airport. That made sense. Did it? Blimey. That's a shocker. Yeah, if you just joined, this is the W906 now released for Tourist Bus and soon to be coming for Fernbus. And is damn good. Be weird having coaches in the bus. Exactly. So I think that's why I don't know if all of them will be available. Last stop, airport. I don't think there'll be anything stopping you using them, but it'll just seem a bit out of place. But I'm waiting for confirmation on what will and won't work. Because if it's relying on ticketing, for example, in the bus, you're going to need a cash desk. So where's your cash desk going to go? How are you going to take money from people? Where's the contact? Well, this has got a contactless thing on the back of the thing here. So this will take contactless payments. So I think this is probably ready for it, and maybe new ones that they've done will be ready for it, but don't know if the older ones will. A handheld. Well, again, it's incorporating that into the game. Yeah, it's £6 for this bus, and you also get it for Fernbus. Yeah, if you bought it. So we've made it back to the airport. Yeah, they could update it, and they may very well do. So I'm just speculating as to what's going to be available and what isn't. So time will tell. All stops have been approached. Passengers have been left at the stop. Oh. 100% service rating. No crashes, though. It didn't catch me for speeding. 2,999 XP that I don't know what to do with. So now it's changed to the outer service. Nice shades. I'm a cool dude. So let's make our way back to the depot. How many people are there? I think I've run out of space. I think that's what it was. It wasn't that I left any. I think it was because they couldn't get on. I think it's when I was full. They said that all DLC buses would be available in the bus. Okay. Well, you obviously know better than me. Right, make our way back to the depot. People are still waiting in the Squinzo. No, all stops were... It said all stops have been approached. So I went to the stops that I was supposed to. But I did leave some people behind. So I think I must either shut the door too early somewhere, or it was maybe because I was full that they couldn't get on. You should go on to the comfort class. Well, I wanted to show this because it's just been released. I could have gone in something bigger. I've got every coach. But I wanted to use this. So we can do another route if anybody wants me to carry on. See if we can find something short. Is comfort meant to be the Merc? No. I beta tested it, the W906, yes. Which is why I was able to bring you the video last time before release. And as soon as I get permission, I will bring you the same thing in Fernbus. This DLC is good besides the fact that you fail on every journey. I don't fail on every journey, just the majority of the journeys. And it hasn't got enough capacity. It wasn't my fault. Well, it might have been my fault. Right, let's put into neutral. Yeah, the comfort class is supposed to be the Cetra. But it's a licensing thing, so they couldn't call it comfort class. Same as this, they couldn't call it what it is, or what it's based on, should I say. But they were hoping to get the licensing, but couldn't, which is why there's a delay in Fernbus, I think. But I have... I don't actually need to check my Fernbus one to see if it's still got the official logo on the front of it. Right, let's go back in then. And see if we've got another route that we can do. So new orders, shuttle service, 28 passengers. Yeah, no one to get on. Hotel Shard to Harbour South. That's going back down. Airport to 20. Okay, this could be good for the lols. 28 passengers on a shuttle service from the airport to the Hotel Solimar. Should we do that? Because they're not going to get on. That's going to be hilarious. Let's do that. So let's go. Me in the where is it? The W906. You have 19 seats. Exactly. So they're not going to get on board, are they? And the engine's been running for days. It's just been out here on tick over. We'll get to see it at night now. Right, sit ourselves down. All that dirt. I know, it's great. You need to refuel. Nah, we'll be fine. So back to the airport. Driving like a Spanish taxi driver, driving like a Spanish coach driver. How's the money in the company going? Are you bankrupt yet? No, I'm doing okay because I sold some coaches. There's coaches I hadn't driven. Basically, I had every version of every coach in Tourist Bus, and I hadn't driven most of them. So I sold some, and I'm okay on money now. And in a video we did a few weeks ago, I've got all my drivers now driving routes, so they're actually making money for the company. So I'm doing okay. I did go bankrupt once, but you know, we got through that. So we'll do this final run. We'll take these passengers that aren't all going to fit on down to their hotels. Some of them will be highly disappointed. This is a Sims & Stuff. Hang on. This is Sims & Stuff Island X23 service to Hotel Sawyer. Solymar, it's close. This bus will run non-stop to the hotel unless you can't get on, which you'll have to make your own way home. Make sure you read your next of kin cards, and thanks for travelling with Go Sims and Pineapple and Co. Yeah, a bit of a lengthy name, that one, Peanut. I'm not going into partnership with you. You're a maniac. Check the inside first. Why do I want to check the inside? I'm in it. So yes, we haven't got enough seats for everybody. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you won't all be able to get on because I brought the wrong vehicle. But you know, we'll do what we can. Yep, you're good. You can get on. That's one. Yep, you're good. You're number two. I wonder if I check them all in, what's going to happen? It's just going to say, yeah, you're good. I've left some behind, isn't it?
Is this ticket here correct?
Yep, you're all good.
Much appreciated.
No problem at all. Yep, you're good.
Hi. Could you please check my ticket?
Sims & Stuff, yeah.
Much appreciated.
Have to sit on each other's laps. Well, that's not very good for health and safety.
Can I ride with this ticket?
You can.
Thanks a lot.
No problem. You? Yep. You're all good. You can get on. Wow, you're a big guy, aren't you? Yeah, that's 10. Yeah, I don't know if there's any standing room. Yep, you're good. You're good. That's 13.
Hi. Is this ticket here correct? Thank you very much.
Yep, that's 14. We're not allowed standing up here by it's unknown. Oh, exactly. Yeah, social distancing. Yeah, 16. 17. There's not enough room. 18.
Hallo, ist dieses Ticket hier richtig? Vielen Dank.
19. 20. Right, so you're the last one that's going to be able to sit down, but I'm going to keep checking the rest in and see what happens. Yep, you're good. I don't know where you're going to go, but you're good. That's 22.
Moin. Ist dieses Ticket hier gültig? Danke.
Yeah, you're all good.
Hi. Could you please check my ticket? Thanks.
Yeah, you're good as well. Yeah, you're still getting on. Where are they going?
Servus. Könnten Sie bitte mein Ticket kontrollieren? Vielen Dank.
Okay, how... Okay. Okay, so that's 28 people. Check at the arrivals hall. Okay, so how have 28 people managed to get on a minibus that holds 20? It's pretty full. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Sims and Stuff Island travel service going to your hotel. Somewhere around you, you'll find our next of kin card. You're not going to need it on this journey. So make sure you fill out the details of your next of kin on that card so we can contact them in the event of your death or squishing on this trip. If you also like to fill out any usernames, credit card numbers, PIN numbers, passwords, etc., we'll make use of those as well. For your convenience, we have already ticked the Sims and Stuff life insurance box, and whatever you do, don't read the small print. Thank you. Right then, so let's sit ourselves down. I can go this way, can't I? Yeah, 2 metre social distancing. There's not even 2 centimetres social distancing. So 28 people squeezed onto a vehicle that holds 20. I'm not surprised, we're heading to the south of the island. Similar stuff advice, social distancing all times in this unknown time. Is someone sitting in the front? No, there's no one here. Right, back we go again. Yeah, buyers left behind. For an Uber, taxi, ride the transit bus to the hotel. This is the transit bus to the hotel. They've obviously come on holiday and not brought any bags with them because there's no capacity for bags in this. Oh, that's a bit dark. Press F. Yeah, I always forget about the main beam. This is like Mary Poppins' handbag, just as a minibus. It's the Doctor Who's TARDIS. Bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Oh my good God. Anyway, Steve, enjoy. I'll speak to you in the multiplayer. Island hopping at 7. Enjoy your afternoon. Yeah, cheers, Black Shadow. Right, so we'll take these people down to their airport, where I'm sure they're going to get straight in and head to the bar, because they're probably going to need it after this. Yeah, speeding in a minibus on an island at night, what can possibly go wrong? Yeah, just 2.5 times the speed limit, that's fine. And how far away this hotel is. We should tell you. It tells you the name of the hotel. It doesn't tell you where it is, unless you've memorised them all. So here's our flat. The apartment we bought is just up there, that I've never been to. We've got someone living in it now. Only drive slowly in ETS2. I've literally seen no AI. Where have they all gone? don't drive slowly in every game. Oh, see, I just got flashed for speeding. I got done for speeding in Train Sim. And then there was Metro Simulator thing that we were playing last night. Oh, that's some slowing down. Sorry, passengers, the driver's been drinking. Simple stuff, alcoholic beverages. Not at all. Steve, you should have done part of the Drive for Life convoy in ETS. Everyone had to go about 120 kilometers an hour to catch up. Oh, God, no. You're not sleeping till the stream ends. Are you going to be awake again for the next one? That's the question. The next one's in 5.5 hours' time. You're quite the daredevil. Ah! Oops. Okay, that might need to go to the repair workshop at the end of this. Yeah, hopefully tonight's be a bit slower paced. They're in small prop planes tonight in flight. Oh, bye, Peanut. Ah. God, even the main beam on this is frightening. I almost see why it's a 90 kilometers an hour road. Probably put your speed limits there for a reason. So yeah, I will put in a firm bus stream. I really want to do the football sim, football DLC. I haven't done that in about 2 years now, I don't think, since it first came out. So I want to do a stream with that. Problem is, I'm sort of packing my streaming schedule that I haven't got many available opportunities unless I start doing some morning streams. So, because this evening is flight. Tomorrow afternoon, then we've got drawfall. Tomorrow night, we've got more flight. Friday afternoon, we've got some construction sim multiplayer. Friday night, we've got ATS. Saturday night, we've got Wreckfest. Got nothing Saturday afternoon yet. Hopefully, then Saturday afternoon, I can bring you some OMSI Dusseldorf if I've got it by then. And then Sunday afternoon, we got flight. Sunday afternoon, I'm taking Sunday evening rather. I'm taking off, and then be back with something Monday. Some midnight streams. Oh God, I've got to sleep at some point. I was on here on Discord for 4 hours last night chatting. You also pulled an all-nighter yesterday, but took a nap in the morning. Yeah. And don't forget, the streams that aren't going on YouTube, I need to record the content for YouTube. So I've got to put that in somewhere. As well, you know, the normal, you know, eat, sleep, go shopping, go for some exercise. You thought the football DLC was just driving. Well, no, there's an economy system in there. So you've got to refuel the buses, you've got to restock them with food, you've got to empty the toilets, you've got to make sure you've got Wi-Fi, you've got to clean the coach as well, because of your image. So the football team sometimes gets a train to the football match, I've never quite understood. And then you drive there the night before, stay in a hotel, so you've got to book your hotel, then drive to the location, which could be anywhere in the Germany map, so you could have to drive 500 kilometers to get there. Then you go to the football stadium the day after, and pick up the football team, so you can actually watch the match, although you don't actually see the match, but you see if your team wins or loses, and then you drive them home. You drive them back to their home base, and then do it all over again. And then you've got like a week or 3 or 4 days for the next football match, so in that time you've got to refill the coach, restock it, do the Wi-Fi, clean it, empty the toilet, And if you're not very good at driving, or you haven't done the Wi-Fi, or you haven't cleaned it, or you don't empty the toilet, or you don't buy the food, they sack you. And the first time I did the football DLC, I got sacked. The football team sacked me because I was rubbish. So it's actually not a bad DLC. The downside to it is, because all the football matches end when it's dark, you just spend a majority of your time driving down motorways at night, which for me didn't make to be very good YouTube videos or streams, because it's just a lot of nighttime driving. So I haven't done anything with it for a long time, but I would like to come back and have a look at it again. I don't think so. I think, again, that was just a bit of a deal with the Bundesliga in Germany, and obviously they've got the official teams and stuff, and that's where you got the football team coach, which you can use in Fernbus if you've got it as well. The thing is that I did say that I think the football team coach would be quite handy in Tourist Bus. There's like a premium executive, sightseeing coach, but I didn't quite like that idea. Because that's the only one so far that isn't available in Tourist Bus, is the football team DLC. Right, so here's here's our hotel. Trying to get some of these big coaches in here, it's really hard work. Well, we made it in this one. And off they all get. Yeah, it does need, it is getting more and more optimized. It's definitely getting better and better and better. But you do need a half decent PC to run it and run it well. But that's the price you pay for having it look this good. And it does look awesome. Three valid passengers missed. Passengers have been left at the stop. How did 25... I checked in 28 people. How did 25 only make it on when it only holds 20? One radar trap, no crashes. Right then, let's see if we can make our way back to the yard then. Fuel lights on again. It's the petrol station just down here though, I think. In 2 years' time, your setup will be worth £10 because games will be even more demanding. That's the problem. And I do feel sorry. We've got a lot of youngsters in the Discord that really want to play these sort of games and really want to play the games that they see and love on the streams and the videos and go, yeah, I want to play that. And they then financially, buy the best laptop that they can, thinking that, a £300 laptop, great, I can now play Fernbus, and are really disappointed. I'm going in the exit when they can't play it. And even me with a PC that's 2 years old now, I'm gonna have to upgrade it this year to try and keep up with demand and be able to play the games that I want to play. It's really tough. Right, so we'll fill it up. There we go. Money I've got in the bank, 398,411. There we go. Oh, I wasn't in neutral. Dagnabbit. There we go. No, that's reversed. That's the forward one. There we go. That's a small tank. Well, it's only a minibus. Alright, we'll exit back out of Costa Calma. Nos, good afternoon. We'll make our way back towards the airport. So yeah, I do really feel sorry for a lot of people that can't play the games that they want to play. It is tough. And, you know, I bet people like, it's a balance for people like TML that want to put out great content that looks great, that's playable, but they can't optimize it down because people that can play it on a half decent PC will then be moaning because it's not great quality. So it is really tough. I said for me, I'm looking to buy a new PC or upgrade severely every 2 years to keep up, to carry on playing the content that I want. So you're looking at spending, I don't know, £2,000 every 2 years, so £1,000 a year average to get yourself a half decent PC. A lot of money to invest. Oh, brake. Right, airport straight on. But yeah, this minibus, absolutely fantastic. So we'll go back to, I might show it again in the next video we do for Tourist Bus. You might see this again, because by then maybe we'll have the Sims and stuff skin for it. So we'll take it on a trip and show that off, and then it will go back into rotation. And when we can show it, or when I can show it in Firm Bus, I'll try and do that on a stream if I can. Or if not, there'll be a cheeky little video. Some people just upgrade the CPU and graphics card, but that's still a lot of money. Well, exactly. So my machine's 2 years old. It's a half decent motherboard. I know I can go up to 64 gig of RAM. I think I can upgrade the processor. I think I can put an i9 in it. And I could upgrade from a 1080 to one of the 2080s. So I can probably upgrade my current PC, which is something I might look at over the next few months. I forgot this way I was going, that way, innit? $2080s are expensive. Yeah, I've got a 1080, GTX 1080 in mine. So it's running pure SSDs now, a couple of M2 drives, and 32 gig of RAM on an i7. So I think an upgrade to an i9, 64 gig of RAM and a 2080, if I did that over the next few months, that would probably prolong it again. Yeah, I've literally seen no AI traffic at all for ages. No, my luck, I'll be on the wrong side of the road and the AI will appear. I don't think we've seen... No, there was. When we first started out in this, we pulled out towards the airport and there was that Volkswagen van that was waiting for me. And then there was a couple of AI cars around by the airport, and that was it. We've seen nothing since. They are all at home, self-isolating. And so they should be. Don't go out. Stay in. Stay in. Game. Watch streams. Watch YouTube. Straight on here. You're looking at buying two 2080 11 gig and linking them together. I think I need that much power. No one needs that much power. But then it's making sure you've got power supply, making sure your processor's fine, making sure you've got enough RAM. You sent the missus out because I don't want to lose beer points. Yeah, I went to my local shop earlier, which was surprisingly empty of people, surprisingly full of things. But I've got to pop out tomorrow morning, and then won't be going out again until Saturday. I'm getting used to staying in. It's quite nice. It's gonna be a pain when I have to go back to work. That was 138 down there. You've got 12 gig of RAM. Blimey. I was considering another stick, but don't think it would improve it much due to having a laptop processor. Yeah. My gaming laptop's got 16 gig in it. But if you see, you've got a 4 and an 8 at the moment. Then, so replacing one of the 4s with an 8 would take you up to 16 gig. That would make a difference. Yeah, that's what I've currently got, Mars. I've got two separate PCs, one for gaming on, and then one handles the stream, which is one of the best things I did. I should have done that years ago. So my streaming rig, which is all it's doing is pushing the stream out, is currently running at 56% CPU. You've got 8 gig. Yeah, going to 16 would make a difference. You know, also, yeah, SSDs are becoming a lot cheaper. Buying an SSD to put your favourite game on will make a hell of a difference to your load times. Oh, been caught speeding again. You know, my PC is now all SSDs. Well, 2 SSDs and 2 M2 drives. And it's just a heck of a difference in loading. When you get a desktop, might use a laptop for streaming. Yeah, so that's what I've done. I've just handed over the power now to my old laptop. So it's an i5, 16 gig of RAM. It's got GTX 970 in it. And is all it does is stream. Well, and it runs music for trucking on a Friday. So the gaming rig can just handle the gaming. So now I'm toying with whether I can then up my stream quality. So I've got one of the Elgato streaming jobbies capture card thing, which is got a maximum of 1080p 60 FPS. So I'm toying with getting one that'll handle 4K, which means I could then record in 4K and possibly even stream in 4K. I've got the bandwidth to cope with it. I've got a 4K monitor. You don't need more than 16 gig of RAM. For normal stuff, no, but depends on when you start doing heavy workload stuff, you do. So I've got 32 at the moment, and didn't really notice a huge difference going from 16 to 32. I only did it because it was cheap. One of the things holding me back from the RAM is the fact that when I get a desktop, it won't be compatible because of the shape. Yeah, exactly. You can't use laptop RAM in a desktop. I think I can upgrade my my laptop to 32. There's 16 in it at the moment, but that'll be out of date soon. That's got a 1060 in it, graphics card. That's what, a year old now. You may be upgrading your 1050 Ti. That's not a bad card though. 1050. Now I've got 1080. Which says 2 years old and coats with everything. But I think a 2080 is probably the way to go. Which will give you better FPS in stuff like this, better FPS in flight. And I know I have too many RAM. You've got 128 gig of RAM. That's just mad. I didn't even know motherboards could take that much. Mine takes 64. Is there any way to have an external graphics card for a laptop? Not that I've seen, because it's got to do the processing in and out. $1660. Yeah, that's not a bad step up from the 1050. But again, check your power supply. You know, see if it's worth you upgrading. You know, what processor have you got? The money you'll spend just on a graphics card to lengthen the life of your desktop, you may be better off waiting and just replacing the whole thing. You can have 256. Why? Okay. Right, here we are then. You can't get external graphics cards laptops, and if it works for all laptops though. Okay. So it'd have to be on a pretty high... It'd have to be... I don't know how it connects in. Thunderbolt, something like that. The new tech in the graphics cards that's coming out later this year is going to be amazing. So much new stuff. Yeah, so I think later in the year I will have to look at upgrading. No, wrong way. Let's drive. Park. There we go. That's what I wanted. And silence. And there we are. We have a rev. Shut the door. What I'll do though is I will go to the calendar and I will advance time. Oh, I can't do that, so I have to go to tomorrow. What's today? Saturday 4th. If I go to tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. There we go. Yeah, slightly dirty. Oh, people are ill. Sack them. That's a very, very, very dirty minibus. So there we go. A couple of drives in the awesome W906, which, as you're watching this now live, it's been released. As you're watching this on YouTube, it is also, well, still been released. I'll put a link to it in the description below. I'll also put a link below to the awesome Discord community. Keep an eye out for that. I do post what I'm streaming where. A few competitions and things coming up in Discord. And it's a great place to hang out as well. Yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitch as well, which I'll link below for you YouTube people. And where I'm streaming every single day, and sometimes twice a day, and maybe even 3 times a day coming up. So plenty of stuff from me, daily videos on YouTube, daily streams on Twitch, and when I'm not on either of those places, I'm lingering around in Discord, and we'll do some more hangouts as we did last night. As I'm streaming this, I spent 4 hours just hanging around chatting with you, all the awesome people at Discord. and playing some games randomly. It was great fun. When you watch this on YouTube after stream, it might not be released. Well, it has been released, so it still will be released when this goes on YouTube. It's confusing. So yes, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video on YouTube. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and do check out that Discord. For those of you that have watched live, thanks to Rip Metro Cars for following, Phil for following, for Paul for giving a sub to Trent and Creator 202, and for Atoin for following as well. And for all you awesome people in chat, thank you very, very much. I wouldn't be able to do this without you being there or watching it, so you all make it great. So thank you for that. Be back this evening, 5 hours time, for some flight. So until then, have a great afternoon, and thanks very, very much for watching.